Hello and welcome back to another video. Right, so I've got a bit more progress on the project. Golf is done, so I'll show you what I've been up to. Cheers. Well, I've also got the engine and the gearbox bolted together now. So I've got the O2A gearbox, so it's all bolted together now. I'm waiting for the bracket. I've got a couple of brackets I'm waiting to turn up, so the support bracket which goes from here to here, I've ordered that, and also the front bracket that goes in here, I'm waiting for that to turn up as well. You need to get the Mark III VR6 bracket to go on the front there, because none of the others will fit. But yeah, the gearbox is bolted on. I've got the clutch and the flywheel all bolted up in there as well. So I've used the Mark III Golf flywheel and clutch to match the VR6 gearbox. So it's basically Mark III VR6 running gear. Right, so what I'm working on now, I'm going to redo the heater box because all the foam on the flaps is all disintegrated. I'm also going to put a new heater matrix in as well. I've got a brand new heater matrix here, so that's the new version that doesn't explode. I've got some special insulated heat wrap that I'm going to use on the flaps. I've seen people use foam, but this is like a self-adhesive insulated tape, so I'm going to use that instead. See how it goes. Right, so I've got the heater matrix out. It looks like it's already been replaced. That's in really good condition. I think there's a date stamp on the top there. I think it's August 2010. So yeah, I'm not going to replace that. I'm going to reuse that one because it looks like it's in really good condition. And I've also just run some water through it as well, and it's all clear. So yeah, I'll save this one. I'll save this one for one of the other cars because I know I need to do the heater matrix on the other two as well, so I may as well save that. Seems a waste to replace it because, like I say, that looks virtually, well, like I say, it's in good condition. That whoever did it though didn't bother to properly redo all the flaps though. So as you can see, the flaps have all disintegrated, which is a common thing on a Mark II. So I'm going to redo these. But yeah, so yeah, someone slapped a new heater matrix in there, but not bothered doing that. So fair enough. It saves me a little bit of money. Right, so I've had the box all apart. What I've done is I've used like a self-adhesive heat shield type of tape to redo these flaps with. I've gone round a couple of times, so it gives it the thickness. But yeah, I've seen people use like spray foam with spray adhesive and then stick foam to it. But I found I don't know, this seemed a lot easier. So I've just gone round a couple of times with this tape, and it seems thick enough. So also that flap there as well. So yeah, we'll see how this works. I think I might have broken one of the clips annoyingly when I took it apart for the rotation, so hopefully it will work again. Right, so that's it all back together again, and yeah, it all works nicely as well. So as you can see, that moves again now, like so, and that front one as well. Yeah, so I'm happy with that. It's working quite nicely. So yeah, so no need to use like that horrible foam and the spray stuff. Just get some self-adhesive heat shield tape. That's all I've used on there. So what I've done, obviously, because you need the thickness, I've gone round like 2 or 3 times on it, so it's got the thickness on it. Yeah, so hopefully that will last. And yeah, like I said, I'm going to put this heater matrix back in because it looks like it's, like I say, it's not that old. It's definitely not the original one. It's not the original Volkswagen one, so it has been replaced. So yeah, saves me using that one. Right, let's get all this back together and then get it in the car. And I'm hoping to get the dashboard back in as well. Right, so that's the heater box back in the car again. So next job is going to be to fit the dashboard, get the dash back in. So yeah, do that in a minute. Right, the dashboard is now back in the car. So I've got that all back in place. I've also got the accelerator pedal mounted with the. I had to order a new connection, new wiring loom for that because I misplaced it. So yeah, it's got the drive-by-wire accelerator pedal with the loom plugged in. The fuse board is all in position now. I've also got a VAGCOM connector as well, so I can do some fault finding if I need to, which is handy. That's been added in. What I did find is with this bracket, so I've got the boost fabrication bracket in place there for the accelerator pedal. It bolts in on the brake booster bolts. There's a bolt down there which is quite tricky to get to. Might have to modify a spanner to get to that. What I had to do, because it sits very close to the bracket for the fuse board, touches the accelerator pedal. So what I've had to do, I had to bend the bracket for the fuse board this way a bit, so it doesn't foul against that. So yeah, it's all in position. So yeah, that's the accelerator pedal on the bracket. Fuse board's all properly mounted now. Dashboard is in. I've also got the hydraulic clutch master cylinder, slave cylinder in position. I still need to run the reservoir somewhere under here. I'll bolt it under here somewhere and run a hose to that. Yeah, and obviously the hydraulic hose goes through where the original clutch cable used to go. So that's cool. So all the pedals are there now. Like I say, that's from Boost Fabrications as well, with the bracket. And then yeah, the hydraulic hose comes through here, and obviously then be down to the gearbox. I've also got the rear engine mount cut down. Rear engine mount's been cut down. I'll show you how I've done that in a minute. I still need to do something about this front engine mount. It's quite a little bit of play on that, so I think I need to take this apart and do something with that as well. Drive shafts are in position as well. So yeah, quite a bit of progress has been made. We're not far off from actually bolting the engine in now. My little helper again. Another thing I've also done, I had to get hold of these brackets for the engine and gearbox because I was missing these. So this is the VR6 front engine mount, which basically bolts onto the engine. So this bolts in here. You need to make up a spacer for the back there. But yeah, it all bolts together quite nicely. That's from the Mark III Golf VR6 is the one you need, because none of the other ones fit, which I found out. But yeah, shout out to Mark II Spares, Matt Palmer. He sorted that out for me. And then this is the gearbox strengthener bracket that sits in there. I didn't have that, so I've ordered that as well. I've just given them a lick of paint just to make it look a little bit fresher. But yeah, I'm pretty much ready. I'm going to be ready to drop this engine into the car soon. I'm going to drop it in like this without the inlet manifold on, so I've got a little bit more space to move to work around. There we go. So yeah, a bit more progress. Right, so I've got the brake booster back in the car with the G60 Corrado G60 master cylinder. It's got an extra connection, so what I've done, I've put a bleed nipple in there to blank off that one. So I've used all the original brake hoses because they're actually in good condition. And that's all back in. And I've also clipped the wiring loom back in with the cable ties. Another thing I've also done is I've run a battery cable through the car. So I'm going to relocate the battery into the boot. So what I've done, this is from a BMW 3 Series. So I've just got to mount this somewhere in here and tidy that up a little bit better, so it's got a relocation. Yeah, this is going to be my battery location in the boot. So like I say, I've run the positive lead all the way down the length of the car. But yeah, I actually got this from a breaker. It's from a 3 Series BMW, because obviously the BMWs have their batteries mounted in the boot. So I've bought that. That's all been run down the length of the car. I need to connect up the earth cable and then figure out like a mounting bracket for the battery. I'll probably sit it in there in the boot there. See, just tidies up the engine bay a little bit better and gives you a nice cold feed for the intake, because obviously the battery's on the same side as the intake on this conversion. Yeah, another little job done. Right, so the front engine mount, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to fill all the holes with, this is what I'm going to use, CT1. It's like a good adhesive, just to sort of toughen this up a little bit, make the rubber a little bit more rigid. Apparently it does work, so yeah, give it a go. There we go. So that's the rubber mount all filled in with sealant. It does make a difference. Makes it a lot harder actually. So yeah, less flex. I mean, you can get a solid engine mount, but I don't want it to be really harsh. So this is like a DIY alternative. Yeah. Well, I've also got this bracket on now, and the front bracket as well. So I just need to order a new M10 to gear, and then you need to put a spacer in there or some washers to fill the gap, and then that bolts in under there as well. But yeah, nearly, like I say, nearly ready to drop this in the car. I think that'll be the next video. I'll be dropping this in the car. So yeah,